Hey there, me again. I've got a new book review for you. This one is The Glass Cage by Carr. This is a bit of a mind, not sure the right terminology. This one really gets you thinking about our society, what we've done in terms of automation, and what that impact is to us long term as a society, as a human race. Nicholas starts off with talking about machines and the Industrial Revolution and some of the revolution that happened around that and the reduction in labor that humans have needed to put forth because of machine automation. And then he takes that through the years through autopilot in an airplane and what that has done for piloting skills, and then through auto-driving cars, and then into artificial intelligence. And what's really interesting and somewhat scary about all of this is, as humans, Nicholas's research, he's found that we're much happier when we're engaged, when we are physically active. And I know me personally, I find the more that I sit and do nothing, the less engaged and the less happy I feel. I mean, a lot of what I do from a day-to-day work perspective is I'm sitting and I'm not physically active, and that bothers me a lot. So if you take that concept and you think about people no longer doing manual labor, a lot of people not doing manual labor anymore because we've got all of this automation coming around, whether it's robotics in a factory that builds something versus artificial intelligence that's making decisions for us. So not only are we less engaged, we're also losing some of those skills that doing the work ourselves allows us to keep fresh. So, one of the examples is airplane and autopilot. And if that airplane comes off autopilot, do you know what to do in a case of a crisis without exercising and building those skills on a regular basis? And in many cases, pilots don't, and that's been a cause for some crashes. But then sort of play that out to, if we're not thinking and using those skills with our mind as we go into the world of machine learning and artificial intelligence, are we going to lose that ability to think through problem solving? And he uses examples from the medical industry where doctors are honing in on what the automation says you should look at in terms of a CAT scan or an MRI, and it draws your attention to these three things over here, but you're missing what's really going on over here, or you're not looking at the big picture. So it's a bit of a warning, not that we haven't had these before in other books and other studies, but it's kind of frightening when you pull it all together and you think about what we're giving up in our abilities by letting machines do all of the work. And it's really not, there's some folks that think, oh, we're going to have this utopia where the machines do all the work and we live in this life of leisure. But when you think about that, the machines do the work to make the things that we buy. But if we're not working, we're not going to have money to buy those things, and the machines aren't going to need to make them. So, who's paying for the machines to do all this work if we're not buying the goods? And I don't know. It's one of those books where if you could get a group of people to sit and read it together, it would make a great discussion for a book club or a philosophical discussion. It's causing a lot of second thoughts on my part about automation and technology, and that's what I do for a living. I do technology. So it's really stopping my thought process in terms of what's really best for us going forward. So anyways, I don't mean to be so hesitant and stuttering here, but I'm having a hard time articulating what this really means in terms of knowledge and what we're going to do with it. But I think that you should take a look, and you should read this if you're curious about this at all. Glass Cage, Nicholas Carr. And if you want to talk about it, I'd love to have some conversation about this book. So throw your comments on YouTube, and we'll chat about it. But take a look. Have a good day. Bye.